Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are again for another roll reveal. This one is number 494. It's a 1944D roll. I did take a chance just to dump these real quick and take a look at them before they went up on the block here. It's kind of a mixed roll, but there is some nice coins in there, so we'll see what we've got going on. I don't know anything about any varieties or anything else in here. I did this right here. I looked at the roll and then I put it back in the tube. So, first coin up. Oh, I gotta get my Scopely set up. Hang on just a second here. What I was doing, getting started on a show without my scope. Not gonna do me any good. There we go. Now we've got a scope. And get this first coin up here. We'll see what we have. Well, first coin turns out to be a pretty nice little RPM right there. Is that upper serif? That's a pretty one there. Nice and early die state. Really nice looking coin. Let me bring my brightness up just a little bit. There we go. There we go. That is a nice one. The spike out of the bottom of the 4. We talking about this right up here? That is actually the master die doubling that shows up in 1944. All 1944 Lincoln cents, to some extent or another, have that. You can also see some doubling on the second 4. I'll get it over here, and so you can see a little bit of doubling right over here, and then you got your doubling down here. There's also a little bit of doubling right over here on this corner of the 4. That's on all 1944 Lincoln cents to some extent or another. But that's what the master die created. Now the master die was the tool from which all working hubs were made, and then from that all of the working dies were made. So whatever design is on that master die ends up showing up on everything. Alright, so let's keep going and see what we have on here. Anything other than an RPM? Let me back out on this a little bit. Make it a little easier to deal with. There's a sweet spot where your magnification is just right. Beyond that, it's too much, and, well, any less and you can't really see everything. Let me dim this down just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Straighten this thing out a little bit. Okay, so there we go. There's a really nice little RPM. That is coin number 1, Brian Rogel. Let me flip it over and see the reverse real quick and see if we have anything to talk about over here. Have the most minor of minor. A little bit of extra thickness here, but it's not enough to give us any alarm. Just you have to be able to see these things in circulated condition, or it's just not worth doing. All right, so we've got an RPM to get us started. That's excellent. Let me straighten my poor old piece of. So I've been using this little guy right here, and it's a piece of mat board that I cut many years ago. That piece of mat board's probably been following me around. Good gosh, I have to go with about 29 years now that I've been using the same little piece of mat board, slide it under the scope, and look at coins. That's just an old-fashioned thing. Hey, there we go. There's another one. Maybe maybe the whole roll will turn out to be these, and we can get everybody an RPM. How's that sound? Well, let's see here. So I had no idea that these RPMs were in here. That's nice. Oh no, it's a spot. I don't like spots. I still got that same, just a little hint of doubling on the reverse. Now there's Malcolm, there's Frostbite. So we got 2 examples of 1 RPM so far in the first 2 coins in the roll. That could... There's another one. Okay, so there's a 3rd example of that RPM. Right there, you just look at the upper serif. Right here on the upper serif, you have that extra little serif sticking out of it. So that's 3 in a row, the first 3 coins in the roll. So there is some possibility, maybe, that this roll was constructed by somebody who knew what they were doing and put together a roll of these RPMs. It also could just be a very prolific die in this roll. We'll find out as we keep going. Okay, so this one's just a little bit spotty, but it's another example of that RPM as we keep rolling along. Here is EJ's coin number 4, and coin number 4 is also one of them. So we got 4 coins in a row. I do have some stains and a few little spots here and there on these. So it's not a real high quality BU roll, but it is a BU roll nonetheless. Same reverse. That's 4 in a row. Let's see what we do about coin number 5. If coin number 5 is one of them, we may just have a full roll of them. It is. Coin number 5 is also one of them. And we may end up providing half the population of these out of the entire world here. As there's a lot of RPMs for which there are fewer than, I'd say fewer than 100 known. Of course, there's some that are into the thousands known. That's coin number 5 there for Jim Fletcher. You know, all I needed was lunch. I was getting really tired and really off my rocker. There is another one. This could be an entire roll of these. So everything's been working out pretty well today so far. Have had a decent day. I haven't gotten a lot done, but I feel a lot better now to get more done through the remainder of the afternoon, what's left of it. All right, same obverse, same reverse. This is coin number 6. So far, every coin in the roll has been a variety. Let's see if I can get this to focus up any better here. Well, it doesn't seem to want to behave any better. Yeah. There, we'll just do it. Let's keep it like it is. You can read it. It's not easy, though. Okay, Paul Hampton. Next coin up here. And it is not one of those RPMs. Well, isn't that... It's kind of like I feel like a balloon just had its air let out of it. A bit deflated. Well, So it's not an RPM. Is it a double die reverse? No. Not an RPM, not a double die reverse. We have a normal coin. So this is our very first ever. Well, hello, Mark Money Tech. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You have some more coins added to you, by the way. Here is coin, oh, wait a minute, number 8 for Parviz. Parviz gets coin number 8. This is our first ever roll, I believe, where the first 6 coins straight out the top of the roll were all die varieties. This could be one that was separated by someone who might have gone through it. And we may or may not find any more of these in here. Coin number 9 now for Ant. Hello, Brian. Well, here's the story so far. So far we have one single RPM and now a doubled north eyelid. You see a little dot up there above the eye. Get it in a place where we can actually see it pretty well. There we go. Now you can see a little bit of doubling down here and a little bit of doubling up here. That is a doubled eye. It's not very strong, but it's there. So we have a doubled eyelid now, but we did have 6 examples of an RPM. All 6 of them were together. First 6 coins in the roll. And Brian, you had coin number 1, so you got one of those. Let me check this out here real quick. Look at the RPM upside, or look at the mint mark upside down, see if we have another RPM here. There is some chance of it. No. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. But we do have that strange doubled eyelid to the north. They're usually to the south. They're just sometimes to the north. And this one happened to be to the north. So we have a little doubled eyelid. That's coin number 9 now. Coin number 9 for the little doubled eyelid. And here's coin number 10. Coin number 10 going back to Brian. This is his second coin out of the roll. Let's see what you got. Well, you got nothing on the mint mark. You got one of those little doubled eyes. That's what you got. I turn it over this way, makes you see it a lot better. You can see the doubling just to the north of the normal eye, which means right now, because it's upside down, it's to the south. Number 15 or number 3. I appreciate that. Can you look for this eye, Carl? It has a very, very faint doubled eyelid to the north. I'll show it to you again here. Just be sure you get a chance to see it. You can see it if you flip the coin upside down. Here's the lower eyelid doubled to the north, and then here's the upper eyelid doubled to the north. You take a look for one of those for me, see if we have that listed. Let me check the reverse on this one to be sure that they are the same die. I wouldn't want to have a second one of those pop up and then have it be a major double die reverse that we miss altogether. Let's see, with this we've got... what do we have? We got some swaying die scratches going from northeast to southwest through 1 cent. So that'll be a little bit of a marker for us. Let's go ahead and on the other side grab a marker off the obverse so we'll know what we're looking at next time we see one. Kind of a high centered D mint mark, but we have a horizontal die scratch between the 1 and the 9 of the date. 44D1DO009. Well, there we go, boys and girls. Seems like we may have a roll loaded full of those 2 varieties. Let's see what we have next coin up. This is another one of them. Right here, another one of the doubled eyelids. You can barely see it on the top of the eyelid there if I provide enough shade. But it's a lot easier to see if I flip the coin upside down. There it is, pretty clear. Pretty clearly visible. Alright, we'll go around, we'll see if we have any major spots or major issues or any error things to see. Otherwise, we know what we have, right? There's our big swaying die scratches running through 1 cent. And we have no doubling on this one, so it's definitely the same one as the last, and this one's for Carl. Maybe everybody will get something out of this roll. Straighten this flip insert up before it starts tweaking on my OCD there. JJ up for the next coin, and JJ's going to get well, okay, this is not the double die. This is also not the RPM that we know about. So this is going to be different. It's not either one of them. So maybe we can hope this is a really nice double die reverse, because otherwise it's kind of nothing at all. So let's check the reverse. And we have no doubling on the reverse. So we have a completely normal coin here. This is our third normal coin out of the roll. Our third one on 12 coins. That means we have 9 die varieties so far. Let's go with EJ. See what EJ gets. And this one appears to not be our doubled I. It's not. No doubling there. And this will be something that only our long-term people will know. EJ is a name change from something else. He used to call himself by his actual name. Does anybody know who EJ Numismatics is? By first name. What's his first name? And let's see, this one's going to go to Parviz. And looks like we may have another normal coin. And nothing there. Nobody knows. There's Carl for you. Yep, see, EJ's been with us for years. Years he's been with us. He's been with us for so long he was able to change his name, and there's people here who don't even know what his name used to be on YouTube. Hello, Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles. Yeah, we've been finding, well, a little RPM and a doubled eyelid. Nothing yet on the reverses, which is not surprising, but it's also not necessarily going with statistics, because double die reverses are actually kind of prolific for 1944D. But we keep turning this into something. Let's see. What do we have here? Well, this is another normal coin. This one's going to Mr. French. No Nobody knows EJ's original name. Okay. Well, then he successfully got a name change in without anybody really knowing about it. Alright, here's coin number 17 now. Coin 17. We've been a family of people here on YouTube, going on 4 years now. No, it's not Mr. Boudreau. Parviz, you've not been around long enough to really know, I don't think. Frostbite, I appreciate it. You have a great day, sir. We're going to keep looking through everything here. Parviz, I think I met you about a year and a half, 2 years after this person changed his name on YouTube. Dinner's in the crock downstairs, and man, it smells good. I think it's a roast. This one's spotty. You can tell that one as soon as I pulled it off the roll. This looks like it was an end coin. No, I don't need an ad right now. So we'll just get rid of that. That is produced by my WinZip program. Rithy, you're going to get credit on this one. Let me set up a page where I can write this information down. This is reveal number 494, and coin number 18, Rithy Yurth. Just gonna get a credit back on this one. Malcolm now. Well, this is one of the doubled eyes. This has a doubled eye. It's not very well pronounced, but it is there. You can see it right there. If you look to the north on the eye, you can see the lower and upper eyelids are both doubled. It's a little more difficult to see with normal lighting, but it is there nonetheless. So there is another one of our doubled dies. And we do have the same reverse, of course. And that's for Malcolm. Frostbite, yeah, we sold out last night. We usually always sell out during the reveal show. Alright, here we go. Next one up. You know, this is probably going to turn out to be a normal coin. That's a little piece of something up there, isn't it? What's going on here? What is that? Let me try to see if that fluffs off of there. Yeah. Okay. Whatever it was not part of the coin. It was in the upper eyelid, and I didn't know exactly what was going on there for a second. All right. Hello, Eric. Yeah, we have nothing on that one. That one's a normal coin. Coin number 21 now goes to Sissy. 21 to Sissy. And this one appears to be the same die we just handled. So check the reverse on this one, see if it happens to be anything. And zilch. No D over S's in this roll. Oh, actually, you know what? What's going on here? Okay, that's coin number 21. It goes to Rithy. I accidentally flipped over 2 flips. This next coin belongs to Sissy. Sissy, you get reprieve. Let's see if it counts for anything. Nope, it's the same die again, as it appears. It's got a big crack running through the head. Let's check the reverse on this just to be sure that we have the same thing. And we do. Same thing. Yeah, let's go back to the RPMs. Let's do something, right? Cap Morgan dollar. Nothing here so far. My eyes are trained over many years to look for stuff, to see stuff, to notice stuff. And so you might see that I'm kind of running a little quickly through these. And that's only because my eye really knows what it's looking for. And I promise you I'll stop on every single thing I see. Yucky between Abilene and Midland, Texas. Well, you take care of yourself. That's a pretty desolate area. Right over there by the, there's a crater. There's a meteor crater. State park over there. There's a crater that's about, I'm going to say probably 20 yards wide and about 5 yards deep. And it's plain as day when you look at it. And it's kind of cool looking. But it's over there between Abilene and Midland. I guess that means Jesse Minter's getting a little bit of snow. He lives in Abilene. Okay, well, we've got nothing on this one. But we do have a crack on the head. This one's for Crispy. Oh, it should be nice in Ocala. Well, until the storms hit, I guess. They're expecting some storms there today and tonight. Or tomorrow. Not sure when exactly. Let's see. Oh, we've got another one of our doubled eyelids. Or doubled eyes. Yep. Doubled upper and lower. This one goes to Rithy Yorth. Yep, Malcolm, you should know. Nobody has taken a stab at it. Eric, do you know who EJ's Numismatics is? Used to have a different name on YouTube. Changed the name. Eric does not. I do. In fact, I know what the E stands for. It's his last name. "50 miles past Midland, the road turns good again." This one's for JJ. It looks like a stinky looking coin, so we may be doing a spot check on this one for EJ. I mean, not for EJ, for JJ. JJ, not EJ. Hello, Otis. Let's see. Well, it's not that bad. I was just taking it by what I could see. Now, see that spot right there? That's an active spot. That's got something on the coin that's going to end up turning the coin more than it is if I don't get it off there. Bye-bye. See ya later. Wouldn't want to be ya. Whatever that little crumb was, it's gone now. It was changing the coin even more than it already is. Let's see what the other side looks like here. Yeah, well, this coin's not badly spotted, but it is spotted nonetheless. It's number 26. We're over halfway through the roll now. We've got one for Otis here. Hello, Otis is lurking in the background, and his coin comes up. Let's see what Otis gets. I was not seeing nothing here. So far, it's pretty clean, Eric. We found one RPM and one double die obverse. We have over half a dozen copies of each. So it's been a pretty nice roll. Condition is a little bit questionable sometimes, but overall, yeah, Otis didn't get an RPM, unfortunately. Paul Hampton here. Oh, there is one of the RPMs right there. It's got a little bit of a hit on the upper serif, but you can see that doubling on the upper serif right up here. So it's an upper serif RPM. So there is another one of them. Zoom in on the bottom of the mint mark. Well, it is likely that there's probably something going on down there. If we look at it like this, perhaps. Just a little tiny bit down there. You can see the one that we're looking for right here, but then you can see just a little tiny bit of its lower serif right down here. So that is a D over D rotated counterclockwise because the entire secondary is below the primary. If this were riding on top, if this were up high and this were down low, then it would be a tilted RPM. There is a definite specific definition of what a tilted RPM is. Unfortunately, Kaneka seems to have lost that definition over time. All right, there we go. Beautiful. That means we could find more. That's coin number 28. We skipped from 6 to 28 in finding those. Here's Richard. Mr. Sappington. And this one is not either one of the two dies that we've been looking for, so let's see if it happens to be anything. Let me get my hand out of the way here. There we are. Nothing on that side. Let's check the reverse. A lot of these reverses are later die state tends to be a little difficult to see anything that would be doubled on the outer edge because that outer edge has lost so much definition to a huge number of die strikes on coins. A huge number being probably 100,000 or more. Next coin up goes to Taco John. Taco John gets, it looks like it could be another normal coin. Could be. This one's got the big die crack running through the head. So we're familiar with that die. And let's see the reverse. Be sure the reverse is not a doubled die. No. Not a double die. So that's number 15. Very nice. 1944 D, 1mm 15. Eric, you may take note of that. The first reveal, yeah, we found a few double die reverses. They were all quite minor, but we did find some double die reverses. That was in the 1943 plain roll. Nothing on the obverse on this one. And now the reverse. Makes a roll go so much quicker when we have something to talk about and we actually converse our way through the roll. Well, those dud rolls seem like they take forever. Where actually the case is opposite, because dud rolls actually go faster. Because there's nothing to talk about, so we just keep running right through them. Here's one for Parvas. I guess it just makes the bones a little bit happier to go through a roll that actually has stuff in it. That looks like a little die scratch inside the eye there. I know some of you are going to look at that and say, oh, look, there's a really thin doubled eyelid. No, I don't think so. That looks like a die scratch. Let's see what's next here. Well, the reverse is not doubled and rather soft. So that one's for Parvas. Carl now. See, I'm seeing really, really minor signs there of a Class 6 double die obverse. Really minor, though. I mean, like one of those near impossible to see, yeah, I don't think I'm going to count it types. Yeah, just nothing there to really count. But it doesn't look as thin as some of the other coins. You got nothing on this reverse. That's number 33. Now number 34. Number 34 will go to EJ. Nobody has guessed his name. Nobody knows his name. I have spilled that it is a his, so this is a male person. And EJ will get a normal coin here on the obverse. Let's check the reverse. Nothing on the reverse. EJ, during the first year or so we did reveals, he was a very regular participant in the roll reveals. No, not Edward J. Robbins. I don't know who that is. Here's a spotted coin for Eric. Have to get Eric something good for this. This is ick. Yeah. Get nothing on the reverse on this one either. Yuck. Nope, not Frank Earl. Mr. Patillo. There aren't a whole lot of people here who could remember, because this goes back to the first, I would call it the first generation of customers here. And there's a lot of people who are no longer around who were first era customers. Like Greg Maddox, like Steve Patet, like Doug Reese, Jeff Dunn. All those names should be relatively familiar to most people here. But this guy's one of the earlier guys. He's been around as EJ's Numismatics for a while, but his actual name has not been his username for quite a while. All right, this one goes to Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher actually gets a dud out of that coin. Here's number 38, Crispy. Crispy, crispy. It's kind of a crispy coin. Not James Eubanks. A little better. That is one of our actual customers from many years back, who's not been around in quite a while. Well, James is actually from North Carolina. Haven't seen him in a long time. All right, got nothing on that one. What are you talking about, Parvis? Born 1893, December 12th, 1893, died. He was born in Romania, died January 26, 1973, in Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Los Angeles, California. That's weird. No, I don't know who that is, Parvis. Died in 1973. Was that Jack Benny? Not sure that I can remember. If it's a famous person, I don't know who it is. They died when I was a little kid. All right, nothing on this one. That one's for Farm Dog. Oh, Edward J. Robinson, famous actor. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is, actually. Taco John up next. And Taco John gets, well, not an RPM. So far, not the doubled I. So let's see if we might have something else to talk about here. Not Sing J. It's not Sing J. That is another one of our regulars from a while back. There's a few of them. There's a number of them, actually, who were regulars back in the day, and then they just kind of went on about their business. You know, people get finished collecting pennies and they move on from me because I'm mostly a penny dealer. And I get that. I understand that. All right, here's Josie Fletcher. One for Little Miss Fletcher. And let's see what we have here. That mint mark had a line right in the middle of it that kind of made me think twice, but so when it was turned like this, it was visible. Just barely. But yeah, I don't think it is anything. Had that little line running right through the middle of the mint mark. But I think we're safe from calling that one anything. This one might be... Oh, it is. Okay, it's one of the double dies. Right there. Now you can see that one pretty clearly. You can see the doubling on the lower lid right here and the upper lid right here. Yeah, if he died in 1973, I wouldn't be very familiar with him. It's amazing the number of actors who are still alive that are actually really good actors, and they're in their 90s or better. People like oh, I'm paying attention, sorry. People like James Earl Jones, Meryl Streep, Robert Redford. Clint Eastwood. Morgan Freeman's getting up there too, but he's still in his 80s. Not an Edwin. I think I might remember someone who came around for a little while named Edwin, but this guy was in almost all of our reveals for quite a while. And it's nothing like Bingo Brian or anything like that. I mean, this guy used his real name. Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. I like that guy. Nope, not Wild Bill. Paul Hampton. There's another one that lasted forever almost. Kirk Douglas. Wow. Wasn't he over 100 years old when he passed? Heck, his son Michael Douglas is near 80. You're looking at early reveals now. Hey, you got about 6 coins left. Actually 7, but who's counting, right? Number 44 goes to Sissy. So far, 2 die varieties found in this roll, about 15, maybe 20 coins altogether, which is a really good thing for 2 dies. Makes the job much easier to do. This is another one of our doubled eyes right here. If I flip it upside down, you can see the eyelids, upper and lower, both doubled. And so this one's going to go to Sissy. So Sissy has one of those now, for sure. I don't know if she had one before, but she definitely has one now. Nothing on the reverse. Relatively clean-looking coin. This is Buggin' Carl. Josie. Little Miss Fletcher. Oh, you know what I ended up doing? Her last coin there was one of the double dies, and I didn't get it out for her. There we go. Let me check her last coin again real quick. Yeah, it's one of the doubled eyes, and I didn't have it pulled out. So here's Josie's next coin, her last one, I do believe. Let's see what we get. Well, looks like this one's going to be normal. Yep. No die variety on that side. A little bit of a struck through right there at the rim at 3 o'clock or thereabouts. All right. Well, Josie's last coin there is not much of anything. Let's check coin number 46 now. That one goes to Eric. What does Eric get? Well, it appears to be another one of the normal coins in the roll. going to drive Carl nuts. I'll give you the solution to the puzzle for only $14.95. Alright, that one had nothing on it. Let's see about number 47. This one goes to Carl. Hey, Carl, pay attention. Yeah, we have... This is one of those ones that kind of sort of softly looks almost like a Class 6 double die, but isn't really. A few little squeaky spots on the obverse, a few little squeaky spots on the reverse. Okay, Carl, you can go back to looking for who EJ's Numismatics is. Coin number 48 now, Brian. I don't like looking at the really old shows because it reminds me of the people who have left, many without saying goodbye. And it makes me sad. I think there have only been a few people who have left and given a proper goodbye. As in, here you always wanted us to tell you if we were going to leave and not come back. I have my Lincoln Sense finished. I'm done. I appreciate the time. I appreciate your being there. Signed, Techstar. Who said I was going to tell you, Carl? Here's Ant, 2242. Got Tim Morrell has, for some reason, disappeared again. Not really sure what's going on with Tim. And the last one in the roll. This one is for Crispy. P. Adams, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. You got me. Is this? No, it's not. Check out the reverse on this one. This will be the last coin we see here. Last coin of the day. I've got the two other reveals scheduled for tomorrow prior to our auction tomorrow evening. And then Thursday, if things all work out well, Thursday is going to be the proof pull. That's it. That's all we got, folks. Let's see here. What we ended up with, this is the RPM. I've got number 28, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. That goes to Brian, Sissy, Eric, EJ's, Jim Fletcher, Taco John, and Paul. So 7 different people. There's 7 examples there. Mm-hmm. And then here is the double die, 44, 41, 19, 11, 10, and 9. They go to Ant, Brian, Carl, Malcolm, Josie, and Sissy. So it looks like Brian and Sissy both get a twofer. And there are our die varieties. And the normal coins, I'll get those all separated out and ready to pack. And that's what we got, boys and girls. It has been a fun afternoon. I'm glad I finally got my energy issues taken care of. And till tomorrow, I will see all of you and possibly Steve Elliott again. Have a great day.